Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Out to the left end, complete to Howard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Over!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gun! Get in the weight room. Detroit!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Gun!
They'll look to throw here. Now he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Gone!
Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Rudolph on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Lucky 56.
Here's Rudolph on play action. And he finds Corey Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a play fake here on first down. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Back to throw here. To Barkley on the check down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They're going to look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to have a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Rudolph. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
It's going to be a long day. Hey, you got to keep moving, man. Can't move. You got to get that.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Gone!
Back to throw now on first down. Robinson's got it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So now from half the distance closer, here's first and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. 3, 9.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Here's Rudolph now on second down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
I know you feel that.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Nixon with a first down carry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Rudolph throwing on second down. And Davis with it left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On first down, it's Rudolph. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Buying time to his left. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
Check motion.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Rudolph throwing again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you... And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Evans has it left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team. Right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Lucky 56. Gone.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Detroit,
Line of scrimmage,
Detroit.
again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Guys, check me out. We got 3.
Over.
Check, nickel.
Back to the air, Rudolph on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Switch the mic.
Rudolph on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
3 down.
Detroit.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Leopard!
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Now, check. Patriot!
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Rudolph. And his throw is incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Detroit!
Now Rudolph. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Got three. Three down.
Watch him now, Barney!
Mike 40.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Detroit!
Back to throw, Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And his throw here's incomplete. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3-19. 3-19.
And the blitz does come to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And now here comes Kansas City. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. It's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch right.
Gone.
Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Look at the spin.
Balance. I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
48 Mike.
Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Gun!
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
He'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And taken right at the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
You got motion man right there.
After the run, Rudolph now going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tight ends right. Tight ends right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. I got two.
Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Watch him now, Barney!
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now here comes Kansas City. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Rudolph. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
On first down, Rudolph. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
3-19.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Back to the air, Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball secured. Don't turn it over.
We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down.
Leopard! Detroit! 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 Gun!
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll get it up the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Rudolph following the fumble recovery. Open man right side is Ingram. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Rudolph looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Now Rudolph on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They find some open field here. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Flush to his right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Lucky 56.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Gun!
Here's Rudolph. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 37. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. 3rd and 2, Rudolph. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Broncos are going to get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it, But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hold on.
Room here to run. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Here's a give to Barkley, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just over 1 minute to go in the game. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch 2, watch 2.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost him.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is up to 15 now. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case,
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go with McCaffrey. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Broncos, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games.
you